Championship game MVP, Najee Harris. Najee, you've spent a lot of time at the University of Alabama. You came back here, you made a decision to come back here to play. Was this the ultimate perfect evening for you to cap off your career at Alabama?
I mean, this wasn't really in my plans of doing it, but I just want to thank the team, really, especially the O-line, the defense playing their ass off. I really appreciate everybody on this team, really. We overcame a lot of COVID and all the interruptions and stuff like that, and for everybody to really come here and win the championship and keep playing more games, there's nothing I could do. I appreciate the team.
Tell us what... What was the hardest, most challenging part of this season? You mentioned all of the obstacles this team had to overcome. What was the hardest part?
The hardest part really was all the interruptions of obviously COVID, and just really knowing if we were going to be able to play or not. Knowing if the seniors will be able to play too and create more value for themselves. So just for us to overcome all that, it really shows how together we are as a team.
Win. Does this one feel different because of how odd this season was?
This is the best. This is the absolute best because I absolutely love this team. I love all the adversity that they had to overcome and resiliency that they went through to be able to do this, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, congratulations.
We are talking about this unity on your team. I want to start there because this was such a bizarre year, a unique time in trying to bring a team together. How did you and your coaching staff accomplish that?
Well, I think, first of all, this kind of year, this kind of adversity can bring people together. And I think that happened on our team. I think, first of all, we told them that it was going to be an abnormal year. There'd be a lot of disruptions, and the teams that could handle that kind of adversity would be the teams that would have the best chance to come out on top in the end. So I think they bought into that. But there is a tremendous amount of unity on this team. Everybody likes each other. We don't have any selfish players. I mean, the leadership on this team is really good. So this has been a really fun team to coach and be a part of.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Talk to me about these three you got a bunch of superstars on this team and this offense, but Mac Jones, DeVonta Smith, Najee Harris. I mean, you legit might have 3 finalists for the Heisman. I know Alabama has a lot of awards, but that might top all of them.
Well, those 3 guys have been phenomenal for us all year long. Of course, we lost Jalen Waddle early in the season, and he was another one of those phenomenal players that could make a lot of explosive plays. And we're hopeful that he gets back to normal here sometime pretty soon. He was at the game tonight. So, but these guys all pull for each other, and I think that was demonstrated when Landon Dickerson got hurt tonight. The whole team went out there. He's a well-liked guy. He's a leader on the team, and but that's kind of the togetherness that we have.
Hey, Coach, good job tonight. You got to tell me, though, because going into this game, I have no idea how you just said, we're going to do what we do. We're going to cover these guys. When it comes to Kyle Pitts and Kadarius Toney, you guys did not double them all night. Was that just part of the game plan, or was it because of the formations?
Well, they're in empty, most of the time, and we did double them a couple times, not very successfully. And when they put the 2 of them together, you can't double them both.
Right.
So we did drop 8 and try to funnel them, a couple times, quite a bit of times. Of course, you don't like 3-man pass rush.
No,
but,
you don't.
We tried to mix it up on them, but I knew going into this game those 2 guys were going to be tough matchups for us, number 1 and number 84. And the fact that they get into empty, they make you declare, what you're playing. So, and Dylan, the backs that they have, 20 and 6, those 2 guys are hard to cover too. And now you got to have a linebacker on those guys. And even though they didn't run the ball effectively tonight, they're capable of being able to run the ball good enough that you can't just put 6 defensive backs out there and play dime all the time either. So, but I knew it was going to be a tough game. I knew the offense was going to have to control the tempo of this game for us. And I thought we'd get a few more defensive stops. We had several 3rd down situations that were very favorable situations to us, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 9. You got to get off the field when you play a team like this. You got to get off the field. You got to get stops. And I was disappointed that we didn't get a few more stops.
Coach, aside from the obvious talent that you have all across this team, I find the personalities extremely unique in the best way. What is the glue for this team? What is unique about this team aside from some of the other championship teams you've had?
I really think it's the leadership on the team. I think we have a lot of really good people. You know, these guys, you know, Tim and all you guys that have played know that when the best players on your team are the best people on your team,
Yep.
you have a great opportunity to have great unity on your team. And I think that really is probably what makes this team what it is.
Coach, we're going to find out what the field looks like in the college football playoff with the selection show coming our way tomorrow. I want to know, you got any plans for the selection show? I mean, you guys obviously in the college football playoff, but any way that you're going to watch it?
Well, I mean, we'll probably watch it. I mean, I go to church from 11 to 12, so they're going to have to either schedule it at a different time or, you know, I'm going to find out when I get out of church. But, you know, we have a meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock, which we can't have a banquet this year, so we're going to try to give awards to our players like we always do at the banquet. So, and I'm sure we'll know by 1 o'clock tomorrow where we're heading, what we're doing, and who we're playing, and we'll get ready to go to work.
Coach, see if you can get Miss Terry to record it for you or something. You can go back and watch.
I'm just trying to get her to go to church with me.
Good luck with that.
I need a date, you know.
Yeah. Come on, Miss Terry. Help your guy out. Oh, my goodness. We love Miss Terry. Thank you so much, Coach Saban. Congratulations, and we'll see you in the college football playoffs.
Congratulations.
Good job, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I want to start with this for you. You've waited your turn. You've waited to have these opportunities. Now here you are under the brightest lights leading this team to an SEC championship. What can you say about the journey that got you to this moment?
Yeah, definitely just a shout out to, you know, Coach Saban for getting me to Alabama and giving me a chance. You know, my teammates obviously made me look a lot better than I am, and they always do their job, and I just try to do my job to the best of my ability. And tonight was just a great team win. We never really looked at the scoreboard. We just kept playing. And there was a lot of different situations to learn from, but we'll get better when we watch the tape.
Well, Mac, first of all, I just want to say great job on representing Jacksonville in the 904. I got to throw that out there. You know, I can't be happy that you beat up on my Gators, but you honestly, you played a flawless game, man. I mean, honestly, and I watched almost every single one of your warm-up throws. And one of the things that I've loved about you for the last 2 years is when nobody knew your name and nobody talked about you and you came in for Tua, you came in with this intensity, this focus. You were locked in, you were determined, and there was this it factor about you. And I watched every throw you made in warm-ups, and every single one of them, you threw like it was a national championship throw. How did you get that? How did you instill that in yourself and your discipline and it's just your mindset?
Well, I got it from you. Because, I mean, you were my favorite player growing up, and you did everything right all the time. So I just learned that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard from you. And, I mean, honestly, I can literally say it's from you because I love you growing up and still do now.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no
Thank you, man.
You guys are too cute. Hey, that picture did surface. I don't know if we can pull it up right now, but there's a photo that surfaced, Mac, of you taking a photo with Tim. I just want to ask you, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember. We waited for like a long time in the line, and I was so happy just to be able to get a picture with Tim. And you know, I appreciate him doing that for me and my family.
Of course, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I am super proud of you. I think you've handled yourself so well, especially with the pressure that Bama brings. You know when you're the quarterback at Bama and you're following Tua, a legend, and you've never flinched, and you've handled yourself so well. You're humble, you give everybody the credit, and you've done literally everything you could. And you know what? You might be up for another award as well.
Appreciate it, Tim.
Hey, Mac, I just got a question. Have you ever looked at number 6 running down the field and thought, he's covered?
No.
Ever?
We have a rule. I mean, if there's anybody on him, it doesn't matter. He says if it's going to be a pick, he'll knock it down, but he said just throw it in bounds. And the only times he doesn't get it or get close to the ball is when I throw it out of bounds. So I just got to keep it in bounds for him.
Hey, Mac, actually, DeVonta did knock one of those down in the end zone for you today.
Yeah, exactly.
He did.
It's our little secret rule, and he definitely does a good job with it.
Well, it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Tell me this. So when you saw Florida's DBs playing so far off, 10, 11 yards off at times, and I know you guys like doing so many double moves, were you guys, once you get to the sidelines, do you say, we had to adjust offensively how we're going trying to attack this Florida defense.
Yeah, Coach Sark and Coach Saban and I all kind of had a conversation, and with the receivers, and we're like, they're playing so far off. Let's take the easy throws or some play pass where we're not going by them. We're just breaking off left and right. So we just kind of stuck with that, and then obviously our running game really saved us all year long and tonight too.
Congratulations, Mac, one more time. And I don't know what that thing is motoring behind you, but go get a ride on that thing, and we'll see you later.
Congratulations, Mac.
Yeah, man.
Heck of a game. Unbelievable.
Appreciate it, guys.
Mac was just telling us about your secret little rule that you guys have, which I guess is no longer a secret to Roman's point, about he's just got to throw the ball inbounds, and then you guys are good. Tell us more about your quarterback and your connection with him.
It's just him believing in me and me believing in him. It's just a trust thing.
I love it. You guys have great trust between you two. I wonder if it's going to get a little awkward when every single person on this Alabama offense is at the Heisman ceremony, even though it's going to be remote, but you know what I mean. Have you guys thought about that?
Not yet, but that'd be crazy. It'd be unbelievable.
But, DeVonta, you got to be honest with me. Did you think you had that punt return for a touchdown? Because I know when you got up, you were like, oh, it's so close, man.
I thought I was about to get through there. I was so close.
Hey, DeVonta, you're number one in the Heisman race right now. You're going to be in that conversation. You guys just won the SEC championship. You got a touchdown catch to win a national championship under your belt. What do you have left to prove?
True.
Just finished everything the right way. Just came back to get my degree and win a natty. So just keep pushing and win everything.
DeVonta, being from Louisiana, how special is it how big is it for you to all of a sudden make that decision to go to Alabama, be able to accomplish the things that you've been able to do, knowing that the state of Louisiana and what their all opinions are about Nick Saban in Alabama?
It was just me just being comfortable where I wanted to be comfortable at, feel like a home, away from home. And I felt like it was the right decision for me. I knew I was going to get a lot of hate and things like that, but ultimately I was ready to handle it.
Yeah, let the haters hate. DeVonta, how difficult has this season been for you guys, just from the standpoint of the discipline that you had to show, the sacrifices that you guys had to make with everything going on in the world right now to get to this point?
It's been a journey, a crazy journey, just with COVID and everything, from us starting working out on our own and then eventually coming back and getting together as a team, people just being disciplined enough to keep their personal bubble together and just doing everything the right way.
I just got to ask you real fast, have you, tried out the Heisman pose in front of the mirror?
Do you got a suit, too? Do you got a suit?
When is this guy going to actually showboat like every other receiver I've ever had to guard?
He's coming, man. He's good. That's not his style. That's not his style, man.
I want him to give me something.
Hey, DeVonta, you do you. Don't worry about what these old DBs are talking about over here. Thank you so much for joining us, DeVonta Smith. Congratulations on a wonderful regular season. We can't wait to see you in the college football playoff.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.